Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. We are living in one of the strangest timelines right now because, as you may or may not know, the past couple of days have been full of Modern Warfare 4 controversy. Yes, we are already talking about Modern Warfare 4, even though Black Ops 7 is like 2 months old, not even at this point, right? Because of all the leaks and all the rumors that have surfaced. And just recently, a few days back, we got some new leaks on Modern Warfare 4 from the Ghost of Hope saying Modern Warfare 4 multiplayer in its current state is basically a copy of Modern Warfare 2, except there isn't a perk charging system and there's less ADS and slide penalties, but there's still a ton of visual recoil and a ton of visual noise. It's basically MW2 2.0, and that had all sorts of responses to it. Some people who obviously enjoyed Modern Warfare 2 are going, yes, that's exactly what I want, back to a more realistic, more tactical COD. You also have a lot of people who did not enjoy MW2 saying, why would you do that? The game flopped post-launch. Why would we copy that? I think there's valid responses on both sides, quite frankly. But we just got a massive surprise response to these leaks directly from the people making Modern Warfare 4. Yes, Infinity Ward has somewhat ambiguously responded to these leaks directly, which typically does not happen. So yesterday afternoon, I got a noti on my phone and I had to like triple take. Wait, who's tweeting right now? What'd they say? Infinity Ward. Happy holidays, everybody. Happy holidays to you, Infinity Ward. Wishing our community an awesome holiday season and looking forward to talking soon. Again, I've already kind of said this because BO7 just doesn't have a ton of hype. I truly think Modern Warfare 4 is going to be revealed much earlier than usual so that they can build basically hype the entire year and really respond to things the entire year rather than just like August, September, October, and then the game launches in November, right? They end this tweet though with something that doesn't have to do with the holidays at all. They say, don't believe everything you read on the internet. See ya in 2026. This is a direct response to the Ghost of Hope saying MW4 is a carbon copy of Modern Warfare 2. Don't believe everything you read on the internet. This is Infinity Ward saying, no, Modern Warfare 4 is not a copy of Modern Warfare 2. And this, it really introduces a very, very bizarre situation. This could either be very good for the COD community or absolutely monumentally disastrous for Infinity Ward, depending on how things play out. Now, for what it's worth, when Hope talks about these things, he's getting information from an inside source. He's got a bunch of different sources that he's, talked about and referenced over the years, leaking Sledgehammer games, Treyarch games, Infinity Ward games, and he's very accurate when it comes to leaks. A lot of what he's said previously has come to fruition, but as always with leaks, this could be information coming out of a focus group where they're testing a certain build of the game and it's very different from what the end product is, or his informant could be behind on some information. Like, it's always leaks, it's always rumors at the end of the day, so things could change. But to have this directly referenced from Infinity Ward, don't believe everything you read on the internet, is a surprise, because when we see leaks, typically, like not too long ago, we saw leaks from Reality UK saying that there's a lot of questionable decisions happening for Modern Warfare 4. It was radio silence then. There's some other interesting discussions ongoing though, including Hope responding to Infinity Ward responding to Hope. And by the way, if you are new to the channel, obviously we've got a ways to go until MW4, but seemingly there's going to be a lot of discussion about it. Hopefully Call of Duty going back to some more realistic and grounded roots. I'm sure it'll be a fresh, pace for a lot of people who are kind of tired of the Black Ops style of the last 2 years. As we see new information develop here, but as always with anything going on in COD, this is the place to be to stay up to date with everything. So feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications, and if you enjoy this video as we're going through everything, do me a favor and drop a like. It's always seriously appreciated. Keshav though from Charlie Intel quote tweeted his own tweet here reporting about it on Charlie Intel. Don't believe everything you read on the internet, saying the problem with Infinity Ward saying this is that if MW4 is anything like Modern Warfare 2, they'll be clowned. And this is kind of what I was referring to there, saying this could be really good if they are actually listening to the feedback basically from MW3, because that was the inverse of MW2, and taking what players liked from MW2 and MW3 and morphing that into what their next project is. That's a win for the community, right? But if, as Keshav says here, Infinity Ward is just kind of yapping to yap right now, kind of just talking to talk, well then yeah, it's going to be a clown show. That tweet, don't believe everything you read on the internet, is going to be quoted into oblivion if this game has anything super similar to MW2 as far as like what the controversial features there are with the movement and the gunplay and the gunsmith and things like that. So Keshav makes a very valid point here. Hope ends up responding to Keshav and says, it's also a bad move for them to start disrupting rumors, in my opinion. If they don't deny something going forward now, then according to their refusal, the comment must be true. And Hope is kind of valid here. What if next week Hope comes out and says, guys, I can't believe this, but there's moon boots in Modern Warfare 4. And Infinity Ward just doesn't say anything about that. Well then, are they implying that there's moon boots in Modern Warfare 4, for example? Basically, they are kind of setting themselves up now because these are big leaks for sure for Modern Warfare 4, talking about how similar it is to MW2, but they're not like super big. It's not like gameplay is surfacing or anything like that. So like they are very specific leaks at the end of the day. There's going to be a lot of other ambiguous leaks that come out in the next few months. There's going to be a lot of very specific leaks that come out in the next few months. When and how Infinity Ward chooses to respond to them, though, is going to be pretty telling if they choose to respond to them whatsoever. A lot of the time, what happens with different leaks and different rumors in COD is that something will leak, and if it gets copyright struck or Activision does an NDA takedown on it or something, or a DMCA takedown on it, well, then that's basically Activision telling on themselves saying, yes, this is true. Like if an image leaks from something and it gets taken down, COD is deleting the image because it's a real image. Whereas if someone photoshops something or mocks something, they won't take it down, and it's clearly just like fan made instead. And that's always been very telling in the past. But responding to leaks here sets up a very interesting situation that we now have to monitor every time there is a semi-important leak going forward. Is Infinity Ward responding to it? What's the deal here? Are they not for any specific reason? Hope then does also reply to his own post here saying, also, I wasn't even the first one to say it was a copy of MW2MP. With some exceptions, Reality said it months ago, and I admit I didn't believe him at the time, but I heard the same from a few people in recent weeks. Again, saying he's got multiple different sources here kind of saying the same thing when it comes to what he's hearing about Modern Warfare 4, which presents the question, what's going on behind the scenes here? Are these just focus groups that are being tested right now? Is there a version of Modern Warfare 4 that plays with super smooth MW 2019 or MW3 movement, slide cancels, B-hops, and then a different version of MW4 with all of that removed and its slow movement and minimal strafe speed and heavy weapon visual recoil? And they're just seeing which one they think plays better, and that's just where the information's surfacing from here, because that could absolutely be the case. It's been the case before in COD with focus groups. Or is this a case of maybe COD is tired of leaks like this and they're feeding information to people to see what information gets out? And if they say to 10 people, hey, MW4 is going to have moon boots, and then they say to another 10 people, hey, Modern Warfare 4 is going to be just like MW 2019, whichever one gets leaked, they now know, okay, it's one of these 10 people who is giving information out, and then they can take further action to try and figure out who's leaking their game. That could be the situation as well. Like, there's a lot of really bizarre things that are going on behind the scenes right now, and it's only potentially going to get more curious as time goes on here, and as we do see new leaks and rumors surface as we get into January, February, March, April. Like I said, we could see a very early on Modern Warfare 4 reveal, maybe in late spring, very early summer, as opposed to some of the other things going on. I think there's even like an Xbox developer showcase coming pretty early on in 2026, where maybe they tease a little bit of stuff coming for COD because they need eyes back on the franchise. They need focus back on the franchise at a time where things are very stagnant and, dropping off, because BO7, despite it being a good game, in my opinion, just doesn't have a ton of hype, considering that Black Ops 6 kind of killed the reputation currently for the Black Ops sub franchise here. But very, very surprised that Infinity Ward did just go through and straight up say, hey, don't believe what you guys are hearing right now about our game. We'll have to see what they meant by this as time goes on. Obviously, as anything happens, I'll be sure to keep you guys informed, so be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications so you never miss another video. And if you enjoyed this one, do me a favor and drop a like on your way out. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.